have a character that you played in high school that you're trying to play now?
It's a character that I never really got off the ground, you know? I think we brought it out a couple of times.
Once or twice.
Well, I got one that I thought up this year for this.
Knockout's a fresh new face on the superhero scene.
Knockout the looker, I hear.
It's quite the little costume. Olga Knox. Dr. Knox.
Dr. Knox, that's right. PhD. I thought you and Wolf did a good bit of whatever investigating.
Summertime
really
outfit.
This
is number 5.
This issue is called The Sentence is Death. I've been giving them each issue a name. This is from Wolf's point of view. There's his stepdad, Dr. McKeever, who just got ripped open by the transformed Dr. Farwell. The doctor formerly known as Farwell. Melinda Farwell. Your situation,
54.
This cube sits inside, is on the floor of a large coal mine drift, one of the caverns, the horizontal. It is very cavernous, as in it fits those big, huge dump trucks with the huge wheels, you know.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. They can fit in this particular shaft where this medical cube, this sterilized medical cube out of clear plexiglass sits. So when you come out of this apparatus, it's in the ceiling. It's held together by a lot of steel bracing. It's got a lot of electrical and hydraulics. Looks like 3 tubes bundled together like a triangle, as big around as a snowboard case that you would put on top of your car.
Right.
And they're banded together, and they all have hatches, and they all burst open with the wild electricity that is flying through the lab and short-circuiting everything that hasn't been turned on for 25 years. That's how where you are jostled and jammed awake with an emergency ejection out of your stasis tube. And the 2 other tubes, there's these distorted, fleshy-looking octopoid monstrosities that fall down with you and are kind of flipping and flopping, and you hit the floor. You can see the cube with its arc lights inside of it. Super Frog.
Oh, we're in a rectangle lab box thing, right?
Long as a big-ass fire truck and as wide as half of that.
Geez, that's pretty small.
Yeah, and it's got a bunch of banks of electrical equipment, and it's sparking. There's a lot of lights, conduit, and stuff that comes from the ceiling out of the darkness down onto the top, giving its lights that are above it. So yeah, it's kind of jammed with half-working equipment.
Get on his feet and try to get as far away from whoever's in there and just check it out. Like whatever corner he's just going to go to. Not very dexterous because he just blew out of a tube. He doesn't really know what he can do yet. So, you know, maybe he hits the wall and sticks. Just like stuck on the wall, just watching.
There's a elderly man. You feel like it's someone that you should know, but you don't. And he has his chest open with this hairy female creature on top of his chest looking at Wolf, but now has looked at Knockout, because Knockout, you ran up and touched the doctor, put your hands on the doctor.
So Knockout's like a woman.
Practical superhero outfit.
Excellent.
Stick him to a wall.
The plexiglass door is broken open. It looks like first, like tempered glass, someone punched through it, and then it was opened up and kind of just hangs, and the doorway is effectively wide open.
They're threatening me. Any of them?
No, the only thing that looks like it's threatening you is the tentacles on the deformed drop down with the amniotic fluid that you all 3 were in, and touching and feeling the backs of your calves.
That doesn't sound that cool.
Feels a little icky, but I guess if you let it go for a while. I'm just writing down everyone's speed here so I can tell who's up next, because I think Dr. Farwell spins around and attacks you, Knockout. Get an offensive combat value of 13 with her claws. 10 body and 10 stun. And you have received no knockback from her claws, and it's a killing attack. So only hardened defenses can protect you.
Well, I have damage resistance, so it does nothing to knock out. Yeah. Dr. Farwell, please. I'm trying to help Dr. McKeever here.
She's snarling. Her eyes are flinty black.
Well, Super Frog's going to just start crawling up into the ceiling, moving through the space toward the door.
Okay, so you step through the ripped out door. You're behind this young college-looking kid, rascally hair, looking at this doctor bleeding out on the floor with this cat-like creature sitting on top.
Okay.
And that brings the entombed specimens. They're following you in, Super Frog, but it's too far for them to attack it. Got their little pseudopods, and they're pinkish, and they're feeling up in the air around the doorway. They're looking and sensing for something.
Yeah, I'm still in the box. I'm just sort of like, check it out from it. I don't even know who these people are. I don't even know who I am.
Person in a white lab coat, and they're opening up a case from one of the drawers of that electrical equipment, and he's really anxious, and he goes, I don't know if this will work, but this is the strongest tranquilizer we've got. Turning and taking a shaky aim. Oh my god, he gets incredibly lucky, and he actually sinks the dart into Dr. Farwell. Creature doesn't even notice it.
It doesn't have any effect?
Not at the moment. It didn't notice that it got just stuck with a dart. Whether it's going to be doing something or not, hard to tell. My speed chart says...
This is the only time we're going to use Wolf, right? This is the last Wolf episode?
I don't know. It's a non-player character at this point. So, if you're going to say what it's doing,
right,
you're going to have to roll for it. But you need a 9 or less to hit.
We got a 7.
Roll damage. Yeah, so that gets everyone in the room pretty much.
20 stuns. So everybody takes 5 stuns.
Everyone takes mandatory 5 stuns because it's a penetrating attack.
Yeah, because my combat luck's hardened, so I would only take 2.
You know, what's Super Frog feeling right now? Is there any visual?
Your center of gravity just started getting really, really heavy. And it felt like your body was being pulled. Gravitational forces trying to squeeze you.
Like pressure, huh?
Yeah, like all of a sudden you've become, for a brief flash, on your way to becoming a singularity.
Wow. Jeez, that's not cool. And we're just all in the room, so everybody's just like feeling this thing.
Yeah, 20 stun, 5 body. So lab technician with the dart gun, he goes down. There's also no knockback to this stuff, so it's kind of like... And the guy that was attacked and trying to defend himself, the older gentleman, yeah, he's out.
Knockout sort of seen these things before. She just turns and looks at Wolf. We're all in here. What are you doing to us?
I'm trying to save my father!
That was
I have
hilarious.
to get this creature off of him.
Sorry. But that was perfect. Knockout's going to turn and deal with Shaggy Dr. Farwell. Is there something I can grab? Like some lab equipment to hit her with?
Yeah, there's the table that she was strapped to.
It's a metal table?
Yeah, it's a metal table with a lot of those, some electrical cords.
No, it works.
Tubing.
Knockout will move over to the table, pick it up, and say, now, Dr. Farwell, I'm doing this for your own good.
It rips up. You get a little twinge of electricity as you're pulling wires and shorting things out.
I love it when that happens.
You miss.
That's a shame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those squishy specimens that came in looking on your heels, Super Frog, they seem immobile. They're flattened as well. They don't seem to be a problem.
Are they dead?
It's hard to tell. You don't know what dead for these looks like. And this time it's studying you, knockout and hissing and going. It's still got its claws in Dr. McKeever on his chest and rocking back and forth and looking at you. Okay. So Super Frog, Knockout, then Wolf.
All right, so Super Frog has realized that wolf thing is a problem for pretty much everybody in the room. Super Frog's on the ceiling, and what direction is this wolf thing looking? It's not looking at Super Frog, right?
No, it's paying attention to Knockout right now, and she ducked her swinging a hospital bed.
So what Super Frog wants to do, Super Frog wants to dive down onto the ground in a tumble and a roll, ricochet off the wall with a freaking kick. We're going to kick this thing in the back of the fucking head.
So I see this super frog, and I said, "What are you doing?" "I'm here to help Dr. Farwell. Push Dr. Farwell out of the way and let the froggy thing kick that table."
Dude, I thought you were attacking that thing. I thought that's what I was observing.
No, I'm trying to protect Dr. Farwell from fight. I'm going to move in between the kicking frog creature and Shaggy Dr. Farwell with the table facing the frog.
Dr. Farwell is standing on Dr. McKeever's chest. Yeah, you'd have to get her off. Pick her
I'm
up.
going to drop the table and pull on Keever's body to try to get him out of there. You think about an 18, so I got a 12. So I've grabbed Dr.
your
McKeever's legs and I'm pulling on him, rip him in half.
Hopefully not. What's your strength? I know is 50, correct?
Brian, why? I thought you were attacking this werewolf thing. I was just trying to help out, man. We'll play it. I'll just observe your actions. I'll do mine, and we'll see where it goes.
You got twice the strength of her knockout. Most body wins, so yep. Roll your strength.
Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, that's a lot more body than the creature Dr. Farwell got. So you pull Dr. McKeever away from her.
Great. Now it should be Wolf with that stupid energy blast of his. Maybe he sees that Knockout has grabbed to try to help rather than blasting us. So he's really trying to blast Shaggy Dr. Farwell. So he'll do that 76 thing that he does, that thing he does. I don't even know why we're rolling to hit. It's area effect. I'll just go right with 76. So 33 and 8 more is 25. Wow. I got to do something about my ED at some point. That sounds so bad.
Saggy Dr. Farwell did not like what happened to her at all. She does a backflip out the door.
Knockout will scream, "Wait! Dr. Farwell, don't run off. I can help you."
Wolf's going to run over to Dr. McKeever.
Knockout turning on Frog. Why are you trying to kick Shaggy Dr. Farwell? Trying to help her.
She looked like she was hurting a lot of people, and I just wanted to help, man. I was just trying to figure out what was going on. It looked like the big baddie in the room was just like crazy Shaggy thing. So
Knockout's going to hand Dr. McKeever over to Wolf. She says, "Fine. Let's get out of here. We've got to save," she shakes her head, "Shaggy Dr. Farwell." And Knockout's going to grab that other lab tech.
It's apparent that if you move McKeever without trying to stabilize him, he's on death's door. He needs triage, immediate medical care.
Wolf has all that. Wolf has paramedics.
I know. Let's make a paramedics roll for Wolf.
Knockout will put another body into him rather than trying to save that other
lab technician that got pounded into jelly by the same attacks.
We all got pounded.
Yeah, that didn't go over well with the elderly man. He's on death's door.
I'll give him a body back, 2 charges. Yeah, I can give someone 1 body back for a heal 6 times a day. I'll make a skill roll for Wolf for his paramedics. So Wolf makes his paramedic roll.
Okay, so Dr. McKeever is stabilized. He's not bleeding profusely from the chest. Wolf's been able to get something out and wrap it around his chest, some bandages.
That would be our 10th, I guess.
It takes longer than a second to save someone's life from bleeding out. That's why I'm saying we're non-combat time. Unless you and Super Frog want to go to blows.
What about the creepy, leechy...
They're not working. They're sitting there all limp.
Oh, God. Leech.
They look like midgets with distorted, extended limbs.
Knockout's not looking good right now. He's having a real problem. Shaggy Dr. Farwell escape.
Take after her.
I can't. I got to help Dr. McKeever, the monster who was turned her into that.
Dr. Olga Knox.
We're working on him right now.
He's going to need some blood if he's going to make it to the surface. He's going to need a transfusion. And Super Frog, if you had something, chime right on in.
Super Frog, seeing the situation, nothing he can do anything about. Take off and go after the wolfy thing.
You've got a leap, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And I do that on 3 of these dice. I got a 9.
Yeah, you hear her moving down a seems to be a passageway on the other side of this big bulldozer with a drill. It's kind of blocking your way, but on the other side of that, you can hear her scamper
Yeah.
away.
I'm doing some super leaps, breakneck speed. I want to get this thing.
You have danger sense. She does not. Her only chance of not being surprised is making a perception roll. She's in a berserk state. It's going to be really tough for her to pick you up. And a 9 is not going to do it. You are not. So you can get the drop on her. So her offensive combat value is going to be half. It's going to be 6 instead of 12. And you get a -4 for the dark. There's your modifier.
How about let's just go all out. Let's just do move through. Let's just do a move through kick. Just fly into this fucking bitch. Bam.
Like 31. If you leap 31 inches, your velocity is 31 inches. If you leap 20 inches, your velocity is 20 inches.
All right.
You have absolute directional sense, so you can know where she is.
All right, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing full blast.
Her defensive combat value is 6. Your offensive combat value is, did I hear 10?
OCV is 10.
So that would give you a +4. It's wiped out by being in the dark. But does your absolute direction sense? Nah, it's not sonar. So
11 or less. Shit. Oh, that's a 13, man.
you miss her, and she's not sticking around.
I'm gonna chase her down if I can.
Make a perception roll.
A perception roll.
Because you're doing this in the dark.
It's a 10.
That is, her running away is echoing a bit, so you can't get, let's say, either towards the northwest or the northeast, the way the sound came off the cavern wall. The drift that you're in now is smaller, is much smaller. Must have some type of intersection up ahead.
All right, I'll do one more thing. I'll go to the northeast.
Okay, I'm going to roll randomly to see which way she went. Your danger sense lets you know that she's waiting to ambush you and is springing into an action to attack. Heard you following and stopped, and you have danger sense, which you alert so you don't get surprised. We start at segment 12, and it's dexterity. Highest dexterity goes first. You got her on dexterity. Hers are 20. Her dexterity is 35.
So we're in like a cavern, like a big tunnel?
Yeah, smaller. It's a coal mine, so think square, and where you were in a cavernous one, now you're in a smaller one where they would actually have smaller equipment, not the mega stuff.
Okay. Well,
it's been abandoned. It's been abandoned for 25 years, so there's not much going on.
You know, how far away is she?
8 inches.
Can I do like a, bounce in the ceiling, ricochet off, double back flip, and just come around and just kick her? And
you can, but she's aware of her, and she has a higher dexterity, so for the start of combat, she will get to act first.
All right.
Yep, your dogged pursuit is starting to piss her off.
How high is the ceiling?
10 inches high, so what's that, 65, 70 feet high?
Well, I'm just going to leap onto the ceiling. Go up the wall, like 2 leaps. Just get on the ceiling and look down at her.
Hisses at you and sprints away.
And as soon as that happens, I'm leaping down to try to get into just full jumping up the ceiling to try to hit her.
She is going to attempt to dodge, so you got to get a 6 or less.
To hit her?
Yep.
Jeez, that's not too cool. Yeah, not happening, man. That's a 12.
And she keeps on trucking.
I'll head back to the plastic box and see what this chick and all these hurt people are all about.
Wolf has got meteor shards from that room when you were attacked by another leech creature. So that interrupted that. So we'll say Wolf has got 1, and he's got pockets full of floppy disks and microfiche.
We got a thin disc of shiny rock.
Wolf thinks it get his father to the surface and get out of here.
Knockout's just looking good about this. You need to take Dr. McKeever and go. I'll grab this lab assistant.
Your medical skill tells you that he is dead.
Knockout turns to Wolf and says, "He's dead, Wolf."
Yeah, we got to get out of here. Well, we're going to be next.
What about Dr. Farwell?
And then Super Frog returns. What do you do, Knockout?
I'll grab the dead body of this lab assistant and I'll go to the surface with Wolf and Dr. McKeever.
Okay. Super Frog?
What? Now you're gonna say hi, dude? I just chased this bitch down. I come back here, and you just turn around and grab this dude, this dead guy, and goes, what the fuck is going on here? Who the fuck are you? What are all these people doing? How come I look like a fucking frog?
Knockout? The frog's talking to you. Because you're the other player character in the game. Currently.
Talking frog with the foul mouth. Isn't it obvious what's going on? You're a frog. I've got a dead body. Shaggy Dr. Farwell ran off wherever, and we're in a coal mine in the middle of West Virginia.
You all going to get in the Honda Prelude?
No. Knockout will set that other lab assistant's body down. Tell Wolf to give her his cell phone.
Okay.
I need to make a phone call.
Wolf hands over the cell phone.
I'm going to call FBEE Agent Garvik Nurse if I can roll well enough to try to get some help out here, which is an 8 or less roll, so who knows.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Tell me what you get.
Oh, that's so close.
You get his voicemail. Agent Nurse's voicemail. You going to leave a message?
I'm in a Pondsville mine in West Virginia. Things have gone horribly wrong. I need substantial help. And hang up and hand the phone back to Wolf.
What are we going to do with the body, the dead body? Going to just leave it up here? He doesn't. We're going to take it in your car. He's laid his dad out back in the back seat of the Prelude.
You're going to take my car and the bodies back to Capital City. I'm going to stay here with this frog.
What, the body goes in the trunk and his dad goes in the back seat, lengthwise?
So I hand the keys over to Wolf.
Okay, he fires up the Prelude. Super Frog, or just jump in whenever. Just keeping the flow of it going, so you.
I'm just gonna sort of hang out and see anything that looks good to eat, anything around that I might like, because I'm really hungry.
What lays in front of you, besides the sloping hill to show the valley, the West Virginia valley below you, is the abandoned company town that's surrounding the mine. Some four-wheel drive roads that go up behind it, and then there's the access road that leads down away from the Pondsville mine. That's all you see, really.
All right. I'll just sit there and wait, just sort of hang out.
The Prelude starts heading down towards the access road. You can see and Knockout, you've recognized them. There were the two Chevy Tahoes that were parked in front of the mine when you got here, and they're speeding after your Prelude.
Knockout pretty much immediately regrets the decision she made to give the car away. Uh-oh.
Wolf accelerates, speeding down the main drag, trying to beat the Tahoes from trying to cut him off.
Yeah, there's no way I could catch him by jumping.
In combat time, he's 100 inches away. The Tahoe's in him.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Well, I should be able to jump 80 inches.
You want to push it?
But I'm still not going to catch him.
Push it.
That'd give me a couple extra dice. I will jump 80 inches towards where they are to see if I can catch them. Let's see how this plays out. My speed should be better than those humans in the
vehicle.
I mean, I'm just assuming those are the lab assistants, but who knows? I mean, could be Leech. I'm going to have to assume that I've been out of combat and have full end and wreck again.
Yes, yep.
So Knockout just says, wait, I changed my mind. Does this run and just leaps. This huge amount, like 500 feet.
And where do you want to land?
Behind the SUVs.
Do a full leap, you're only going to be 20 inches behind him instead of 100. Super fun.
Yeah, it's a...
Yeah, I mean, I can't leap 80 inches, but...
His speed is higher than mine.
It's 5. You guys go at the same time.
Oh, it is 5. Oh, yes, your dex is 30. Well, if there are normal humans driving these SUVs, I will go before they get to drive again. And I should be able to jump on one of them. And so should Super Frog. Should be able to catch one frog
Frogman.
with the 30 decks. Frog.
Do I land on a car?
The frog is the pocket.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to hit it. I definitely can leap and try to land on a Chevy Tahoe for sure.
Well, I'm not attacking it.
He should be able to jump in front of it if he wants to.
Doesn't sound like he is. You're just following it.
I just want to land on it. One of the Chevy Tahoes.
You're going to
And
have
I'm
to
going
roll
to
to
shout
hit.
over to this chick. I'm going to be like, "You want me to stop this thing?" And
Knockout?
land on it. Do I have to roll? What do I have to roll?
Yeah, you got to roll to hit. You're leaping and trying to hit a moving target.
I can't full move and grab. I just kind of have to fly into it, Hulk smash style. I just want to land on this SUV bad.
It's going to give you a -2 to your offensive combat value. So the vehicle's combat value is 3.
All right.
So that gives you a lot of pluses.
Come on. Oh, yeah, I hit. I'm on it.
Okay, so your damage is your velocity divided by 3 plus your strength.
Oh, I'm going to kill this thing. 18d6. Jeez.
On a Chevy Tahoe.
17 body.
You land on it and flatten it. It's sliding and grinding to a halt like you were standing on top of a trash can lid. That's going to explode, too.
Of course.
20, stun,
Okay.
5 body. I think that just singes you, right?
I got 2 stun on that. Now, as far as the 62 stun that I did on the move through, I guess I get some of that too, right?
Half of it.
So which is 31. So I
Hero takes half the stun and body. You do to the target.
All right.
Correct. That,
okay.
and it goes up in flame here, so you're standing on a pancaked Chevy Tahoe that's cooking in flames.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
The blood seeping out, you think it was occupied by one person. Wolf is keeping it on the road. The other Tahoe is going to try to strike Wolf's car, but I believe you folks have at least 2 or 1 more action before the cars make a move.
Can I land on that car now?
Yes, you can leap and try to hit it.
Now, Super Frog wants to land on it, but Super Frog's got acrobatics, so he's going to do a little flip in the air, right?
Yep.
And sort of glide down, sort of arms spread. He wants to do some break fall. I don't want to crush this car, so it's not going to, he only weighs like 150 pounds anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The plan is to land on it, not crush it like a pancake.
Pulling your punch.
Yeah, it's just landing. And he's got clinging, so he just wants to stick on the back of this thing, sort of back, roof. What do I got to roll to do that? The same, like 11? OCV of 10?
You got an OCV of 10. They got a DCV of 3. You're getting a +3, so 14 or less.
Okay, good. You said 14, and I got a 10.
Yep. Roll your damage. What's your velocity in inches?
That's your velocity.
I don't know how far away he was. I don't have a clear understanding of the game board here.
He was exactly, and when you're leaping across the ground, I know usually in Champions people get to see a hex grid and count things down to the dime. You're going to just have to leap after it. Give me a number you think. I can tell you what.
I was 10 short last time.
So that's 65 feet.
So, yeah.
So if you just go 10, that would be your velocity. So you can go any velocity 10 or greater and land on it.
Just whatever it takes to get there. And I'm trying not to do damage, so I'm just trying to land on it.
Okay, so that would be your velocity divided by 3 is 3 times how much strength you want to put in it.
None. Just as much to land on it. I'm just trying to
5d6.
5d6 to a car to land on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works in the Marvel universe.
I'm still looking for pulling a punch. Is there such a thing? Am I thinking of something, Brian, or am I out of my mind?
14.
Yeah, well, back in the day, there was something you could say that you didn't use all your strength or whatever, but he would have to use all the strength to get that super leap if that's what he's using.
It's only a 10-inch one, though. My normal leap's 31.
Yeah. So,
It's 14.
Oh,
and how much body on physical objects? We're only interested in the body damage, which is every 6 is 2, every 5 through 2 is 1, and every 1 is nothing.
Is that a question?
Yeah. How much body did you do? Which is your dice that you rolled. Every 6 is 2. Every 2 through 5 is 1 body, and any 1 is 0 body. Because you have stun and body.
14.
And, okay, on how many dice?
5.
Okay, the first one, what was the number?
The first die?
Yeah, the number you got.
2.
Okay, that's 1 body. The next one?
There's 1 and then a 6.
Body. The 6, so that's 2, so now you're 3.
Okay. Oh, so I have to compute these things? This is something the player does?
Yeah,
Right,
because I can't see your dice. You know how much body you do.
the last 2 are a 2 and a 3.
So those count for 1. So it sounds like 5 to me.
so it's 5 bodies.
Okay.
5 bodies. Do they get
That's some damage on the SUV.
It's got defensive 4. That's just 1.
Yay!
So, actually, you land on it and do 1 point of body damage, and it's still rolling just fine. You've kind of just dented in the top a little bit.
Cool.
You haven't
I
broken
just want to
through.
sort of take a look around and see what's inside, but I know we have other actions to do. But while he lands, he wants to
And
see
you
what's
look at it, and if you look in the window, there's 1 person. Is there 1? There's 2 people in the car. They look like average people.
Yeah.
1 is not even looking at you and is just staring at Wolf in the prelude and increasing speed. And the other one looks over like towards you and looks like it's just pulling up a pistol.
Okay.
That's what you see.
All right. That's good to know.
This is the one thing I have a very difficult time keeping track of is I want to say we are in segment 8. So people with character speeds of 5 would have a phase in segment 8.
I had that as 3.
Yeah, see, we're
Knockout crushed that car in 3.
Okay.
So I didn't get a 5.
We didn't get a 5. Well, I guess they get their action then. They get their action in between your guys' next one. So
Yeah, the humans at
you
if their speed 3 would go at 4.
You get shot at, it looks like a 10. What's your defensive combat value? I think it misses you.
DCV of 10.
Yeah. Just manages to shoot through the roof of the car.
So he's shooting through the roof?
Well, it's trying to hit you. It just misses. Instead of going through the window, it goes up through the roof.
All right.
By you. And the...
Did he stick his hand out of the window?
No, it's the passenger just shot across the driver's seat.
Okay.
I just
Gotcha.
assumed you looked through the driver's side window.
Yeah, I just looked down. Yeah, sure.
If it was in the front, he would have shot in the front.
Okay.
And the driver is going to try to ram your prelude and misses. And that's their action. We're on phase
Wolf should be able to
5. People with speed of 5 are a go.
Yeah, Wolf should be able to start to pull away because he's got a faster speed than the speed 3 humans.
It's a really rough road, and it has some sharp turns. It's a mining,
Got it.
cold, dark dirt road. You don't get to
Yeah.
pavement till you get to Harmon.
Steep
Area.
cliffs, the whole
So if
little
he
tiny
pushes it,
dirt road
if he
thing.
pushes it, he's got to make a control roll. He's not ready to do that yet because he sees you guys landing and stomping on him.
Yeah. Knockout will sort of embarrassedly see if she can help the driver of the SUV she crushed accidentally. Go out, rip the door off.
Yeah. There's nothing
Say, I
but
can help you.
a crushed body cooking in the flames.
I pull the seat and the body out so it doesn't burn.
Okay.
Ugh.
Super Frog, you already went, right? Or no?
No, not this one.
This is a 5.
Go ahead, make your action.
Super Frog is going to just do a beautiful backflip, from the roof into the rear, and grabbing the wants to grab the back of the car and put his feet down and just stop it. He's just gonna nice back, beautiful arc, and then he lands back and goes, kicks it down.
I'm going to call that a grab maneuver that you're attempting to do, which gives you a -1 on your offensive combat value. And give me an acrobatics roll, and if you blow it, however you blow it with is going to be additional minuses. If you make it, you don't have any additional minuses.
All right, so if I didn't say I was going to do something cool, would I have to roll the acrobatics roll?
No.
I'm still going to do it anyway.
Yeah, you're going to do a backflip and over. I
just think you shouldn't be penalized for doing really creative stuff. But I'm with you. I'm going to roll it.
You got to hit it.
I got a 10 on the acrobatics roll.
Well, we'll give it both ways. We won't always be a negative. What's your acrobatics? 13?
I don't know if it has a number. I never really knew if it had a number. I got a 30 dexterity. It's acrobatics, as far as I know, it's 9 plus dex divided by 5, so it's 14. That's not bad, right? Or it's 15.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Okay, so good. So I do that, and then I'm going to do a grab move, which you said was less than.
What was the roll on your acrobatics roll?
It was a 10.
10, so you beat it by 5. So you have a -1 because of the maneuver, so you get a +4 to your grab attack.
Oh, cool. So grab attack is, I don't know what it is, 14 or less or something?
You're getting a +4 to your...
All right, I got a 5, so I'm well below.
So you well grab it. Your strength...
It's a 30.
You stop it. Cold, of course. And what's the chance you think these guys are wearing seatbelts?
I don't think so.
Give me a percentage.
Wait, hold on. Where are we? Who are they? I mean, are they younger liberals? Are they liberals?
No, they look like locals.
Okay, because if they're locals, they're not wearing them. But if they're liberals, they are. And they're wearing masks.
They're not wearing masks. That's right. COVID-24 is leaving a deadly toll across the country. So they go through you stop the SUV and they go through the windshield.
Shit, I wanted to save them, not destroy them.
And you can just see Wolf speeding off in the distance, going around another bend.
All right. What's the chick doing? Where's
The chick's not there. What do
Where's
you mean knockout is the chick?
Knockout? Knockout must be close, right? I
Yeah.
was like, what do you want to do, Knockout? Is this what we needed to do? Who are these people? Why did I just kill them? I'm mystified. I'm having an existential moment. I thought we were the good guys. Knockout, are you a good guy or are you like one of the bad ones?
So Knockout sets this dead body down and just kind of looks down at it like, what have I done? I am supposed to be the good guy.
Are those other two alive? Those people that went out? You know, maybe
No.
they're
They went
not
out
alive.
through the windshield. No. They were 45 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you go 45 miles an hour to a dead stop and through a windshield at 45.
Okay.
They're dead. They're
Just missiles at that speed.
maybe one's still groaning a bit as it's bleeding out with 100 lacerations. Why? Where am I? What happened? And then expires.
Wow. So the car still works though, right? Is it running?
Yeah, it still works. I guess you just grabbed it and stopped it.
I'm gonna get in
What's
there.
going, I guess, is it's still in drive, so the front wheel is still a bit. But I guess when you hold it, it's not really moving anywhere, so it stops spinning in the dirt.
Yeah, because there's nobody on the gas. So I'm gonna just go around and pick out the glass a little bit and just maybe, shut it off. And say maybe put on the emergency brake. I'm gonna say hey, Knockout, man, you want to go get something to eat? I'm starving.
So Knockout comes out of her little thing that she was in as this frog, I guess, walks up to her. She looks at it like, what are you?
All I know is my name's Tom Jones, and I used to, sweep the floors at a high-tech facility, and I don't know, like the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm a frog, and I'm hanging out with people who are really powerful, and I have powers too. I don't know how it happened, but my name's Tom Jones.
Okay, out of character, how much of a frog does Super Frog look like? Does he stand upright, or is he on all fours? Does he look like a little frog? Is he normal human size? Is he big? He's got big hairy eyes bulging out. I mean,
He's
does he wear
more
clothes?
A snail shell on his back, things like that.
He's a little more frog than humanoid. Just to say, I have an image of him that I made, and
You got a big wart on your face, bad breath.
Hair growing out of the wart,
Oh.
3 black ones.
so he's
one
got
white
4
one.
fingers. He's got sort of longish teeth.
He looks pretty frog-like to me. So,
He's pretty deep frog.
what's he come in at? Is he 6'5", 220? Is he
5'7".
5'7"?
Yeah, stretched out. Okay.
You gotta stretch him out to get to the 5'7". What's he weigh in? What does he come in? Because he's probably pretty muscular.
He's actually more sinewy. He's
What?
not like tricked out. He's like
Ropey.
he's just strong. Yeah, ropey. So he looks like a frog. He's freaking naked, but he's not going to stay naked. He's looking.
Well, he's an amphibian, so there's really no genitalia to be offended by.
Nope. He's like, "Where's my junk?"
It's just
Where's my
smooth there.
junk?
It's just like the smooth yellow-green.
I mean, he starts touching it. He's like, "Whoa!"
Where's Tom Jones? He's Jones and So Knockout's just staring at this talking frog, and just like her jaws dropped, and is saying like, "I think I need an aspirin."
I think I need a pizza, and we got a Tahoe. I don't know where town is, but I'm buying. Wait, I don't have any money. Knockout, can you buy me a pizza?
I can help you. Knockout's gonna go into the body that she pulled out of this car and look for an ID.
Yes, the ID is of someone local, lives in the area, has their address, Harlem, West Virginia.
All right. She'll do the same for these other two bodies. Move them out of the way so that we can get into that SUV. In fact, Knockout's not going to leave these bodies. She'll take them all and put them into the SUV. Get into the SUV and say, "Well, if you're coming, Tom Jones, let's go."
Shouldn't we like just get rid of the other car, just throw it off the road, or you just want to leave it here? I can throw it in the woods if you want.
Knockout just looks at that question and simply answers, "What car? You mean the one I smashed?"
Yeah. Super Frog
Yeah.
would just kick it off the road a little bit
So
and jump in.
Knockout's getting in the car and putting it into drive.
Okay.
Okay.
Super Frog's in. Boom.
Heron is only
Doodle-doo.
5 miles down the road. That's where the access road hops out on County Road 182, which is a dirt road.
All right.
Takes a couple switchbacks, and then you pass County Road 45, and you're on tar, and you're coming into the roads widening as you're coming into Harran, West Virginia. Haran. The posted speed is now 35 miles an hour.
All right.
You go over the Heron Creek Bridge, which is a cement concrete bridge. It's a downtown intersection. On the other side of the town would be the interstate entrance, Interstate 80, which is you came out here from Capital City. Super Frog, Baltimore doesn't exist, and in its place is Capital City. And that's where Knockout drove from, Knockout and Wolf.
Does it look familiar? I mean,
Well, does Harlem, West Virginia look familiar or no?
Yeah.
You haven't. I'm just explaining where he came from. You're not there. That's just where he came from.
sure. I mean, just Tom doesn't really know what anything is. It's just kind of.
We'll drive into Heron,
Yeah, there's
West Virginia.
There's a Greek pizza shop.
I can't even. Is there a local law office or a fire department?
Yes.
That's where Knockout's going to go.
Okay.
She's supposed to be a do-gooder.
Mm-hmm.
So she will land at the police station and points back to the pizza place and hands the frog some money. He's like, "Well, I'm sure they'll serve your kind there."
Okay.
Cash. Yeah, say thanks. What do you want? What kind of pizza do you like? I like pepperoni, mushroom, and black olives, but you know.
I've lost my appetite, but thank you, Tom Jones.